All right, let's talk about Bitcoin. As the market heats up, so do the opportunities for newcomers to get absolutely wrecked. So today, we're cutting through all of that by distilling some key insights from industry veterans. We're going to look at the biggest traps and, most importantly, how you can sidestep them completely.
Okay, to really wrap your head around this, you have to understand one fundamental idea: signal versus noise. The signal, that's the truth. It's the simple, direct information that actually helps you. The noise, well, that's everything else. It's all the distractions, the confusing products, the hype, all of it designed to separate you from your Bitcoin. This is the lens we need to use.
So that begs the question, right? What are the loudest, most dangerous noises that trip up new Bitcoiners? Well, the first one almost always sounds way too good to be true. And that brings us right to trap number one, the lending game. Seriously, this thing is pitched as the smartest move you can make. You get cash to spend right now, and you don't even have to sell your precious Bitcoin. It really sounds like the ultimate win-win. The pitch itself is just so simple and, really tempting. Maybe you need cash for a down payment or to start a business, whatever. But you're a believer, right? You think your Bitcoin is going to the moon. So a lender comes along and says, hey, just use it as collateral for a loan. Sounds like a no-brainer. Let's see how it really works. Let's just walk through a quick example from our source material. Imagine your single Bitcoin is worth $120,000. Pretty nice. So you go to a lending platform and take out a pretty standard 50% loan-to-value loan. And bam, just like that, there's $60,000 in cash sitting in your bank account. It feels amazing. It feels like free money. But what you've actually just done is introduce an absolutely catastrophic level of risk into your life. Because here's the thing, we all know about Bitcoin. The price can be wild. It's volatile. A 36% price drop, that's not some once-in-a-lifetime event. As one expert put it, that's basically just another day in Bitcoin. And when that price drop happens, you get the dreaded margin call. Your loan isn't secure enough anymore. So in this scenario, you'd have to magically come up with $43,000 in cash, like right now, to fix the situation.
So what happens if you don't have 43 grand just lying around? The expert from our source doesn't mince words. He says you are likely, I'd say 9 out of 10, going to lose that Bitcoin. The lender sells your collateral to cover the loan, and your entire Bitcoin stack, it's just gone. Forever.
But here's the real insight. That lending trap, it's not actually the root problem. It's just a symptom of something way bigger. It's what happens when you try to apply the rules of the old financial world to this completely new asset. Our experts say it's like trying to mix oil and water. They just don't go together. The traditional fiat world, it's all built on debt, on borrowing, on trusting big institutions. Bitcoin's world is the total opposite. It's built on saving, on thinking long-term, and on trusting yourself. Trying to play by the old rules in this new game is just a recipe for disaster. And that flawed fiat mindset leads people straight into the second huge trap. And honestly, this one's even more fundamental. It's what we'll call the custody illusion. It's this idea that it's somehow safer or just easier to let somebody else hold your Bitcoin for you. Let's just break this down real quick. Take a look at the table. See that top row? If your Bitcoin's on an exchange, guess who holds the keys? The exchange. Your risk of them failing is high, and your privacy is basically zero. Collaborative is a bit better, but there's still risk. Now, look at that bottom row. Self-custody. Who holds the keys? Only you. That means zero counterparty risk, total privacy. One of the experts we looked at just nails it with this quote. You're still trusting human beings when you absolutely don't have to. You are literally recreating the exact problem, the exact point of failure that Bitcoin was invented to get rid of. And what's even crazier, you're often paying them a fee for taking on this extra risk. A lot of these custodial services charge you a percentage of your assets. It's like a tax for what our source calls a false sense of security that's actually worse than what you can do for yourself for free. Okay, so we've laid out the traps. What's the way out of this maze? Well, the answer, according to our sources, is incredibly clear, and it's empowering. It's self-custody. This is the path to what they call true financial sovereignty. And this really gets to the very soul of Bitcoin. Relying on old-school banks or custodians, it's a complete misunderstanding of what this technology is. Bitcoin wasn't created to play nice with that system. It was created to make that system totally obsolete. And listen, this isn't some super complex thing that only tech geniuses can do. The source really emphasizes that it's just a process, a series of steps that anyone can learn. You get a hardware wallet, you secure your backup. It's a skill you learn, just like learning to drive a car. And once you take these steps, the rewards are just profound. I'm not just talking about getting rid of risk or making your Bitcoin impossible to seize. We're talking about achieving complete financial privacy and having 100% control over your own wealth. When you put all that together, what you get isn't just security. It's what our experts call real peace of mind. So it all comes full circle, back to that first idea. All the noise out there, the lending products, the complex funds, the custodial services, it's all designed to keep you trapped in the old way of doing things. The signal is the simple, powerful truth of owning your own keys, self-ownership. And that leaves us with one final, really important question that you should ask yourself. I mean, really think about it. Look at how you're holding your assets right now and ask, are you actually holding Bitcoin? Or are you just holding an IOU from somebody else? Because that difference, well, it could mean everything.